going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the motovlog, and welcome to another one of my videos where I strap a camera to my face, get on a machine, and have a discussion with me, myself, and I. Yeah, me, myself, and I. So when I decided to start making videos, I just wanted to share the motorcycle experience with you guys, and I quickly came to the realization that I'm sure many other motorcycle riders have come to as well, that when you ride, it truly gives you a chance to think, especially when you're not playing music or riding in a group or anything like that. There are very few distractions, and it's just you and the road, which leads you to conversations with yourself about life or the world or anything else. And that's pretty much how I have come up with the majority of my video ideas. They're just pretty much like shower thoughts, or I guess these would be motorcycle thoughts, and I feel like that's why a lot of people ride. Like, my most recent thought, existence is kind of weird, right? Like, existence is bizarre if you really think about it. I mean, we exist here and now, but what do we mean by bizarre? Well, it's the exact opposite of normal, no? I mean, if things are bizarre, they stand out. So, what is normal? Pretty much doesn't, right? But you can't see or understand what's bizarre without the normal as context, can you? Like, to go back to our first grade brain, or at least my first grade brain, we were all wondering why things are the way that they are. Like, we always want to know how, or why, or when, or who. Why are things the way that they are, right? I feel like after a while you begin to realize that that is a meaningless question, and that by trying to answer it, you're just chasing your own tail, essentially. And you start to contemplate how, yes, how things are the way that they are. Not why, but how, which leads you to science, something that I pretty much know very little about. But nonetheless, it seems to be about tangibility. Tangibility, is that a word? Okay, well, tangible things. You get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Anyways, so then you start to wonder what it is. I mean, existence. What really is it, right? Can anyone really answer this question? And if they could, how would they know what conditions to apply to said answer, right? I mean, think about it. When we investigate the properties of ourselves or the things around us, pretty much just our environment, right? We've come to know that everything is made of particular structures, forms, or patterns which can be measured with predictable behaviors. But then if you break it down and ask what or how or why, again, what are those particles made of? How did they come to be in the first place? You know, there's no real way to answer the question. Like everything we have here, Earth itself, our solar system, we categorize. We have animals, we have minerals, plants, or stuff. We have possessions, belongings, and goods. Like, are you an animal, a mineral, a vegetable, right? Are you Christian or Hindu, or are you a Jew? Are you old or young? Are you tall or short? We categorize everything to answer the question what, or what it is, and really to distinguish inside groups from outside groups. So, what is the group of all groups? We have no fathoms. Again, I guess, I don't know, is that a word? We have no way to fathom what the outside would be. So how are we supposed to answer that question? And maybe, if you really think about it, that's why our descriptions of the universe is entirely in terms of forms, the patterns of it all. Not the stuff that makes up the pattern, but we still can't answer that underlying question. You know, what is the pattern made of? Like, how can we not answer that question? It just don't make no sense to me. Like, if everything we can see in our environment turns to form, the closer we look at it, right, under a microscope. So I guess think about like your shirt. You could be looking at a shirt, then if you zoom in, it would look like threads. Then if you zoom in again, right, it could look like the cotton or nylon fibers or whatever it's made of, right? I don't know. But then what? Atoms, but then what? What are those made of? They must be made of something, right? You can feel them, you can touch them, you can see them. But of course, no one knows, or maybe they're not. The form of things just totally vanishes. I don't know. This is why I'm not a scientist, guys. These are just my shower thoughts. So, I guess then you would wonder, why does any of this matter? Why is it important? Well, again, y'all, I got no earthly idea. Well, I don't know. I was just wondering. And this is just a conversation with me, myself, and I. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. Maybe you have these sort of shower or motorcycle thoughts as well. And if you do, I'd love to hear what they are. So go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Anyways, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Cheers!